Good evening and welcome to the Witching Hour. I'm just playing around here with this studio to see if we can get our banner up. Just a sec. Right, obviously not. Let's see. So we'll carry on without it. Welcome to the Witching Hour. Obviously today we're going to have a look through what we've previously released, which is the Book of Spells Spring Editions 2024 and 2025, which are on at an absolutely fantastic price at the moment. And even better with our VE Day, VE Celebrations discount code to get 25% off. If you pop that in at the checkout, VE25, you'll get an extra 25% off anything digital that you buy on our website up until midnight on Thursday. So that's a fantastic offer that we've got. What I'm going to do first is take you over to the website, because what I want to do first to show you is, I know I've done a video previously in the week in regards to signing up to our newsletter, because there is a fabulous free download with that. So I just want to pop over to the website so I can show you where to go yet again to sign up for that newsletter, because it's great to keep in touch. And this is going to tell you all the gossip, all what's going on and all things Crafty Witches by signing up. So if I just drop over to the website. Okay, so you can see we've got the VE Day code there, VE25, 25% off all digital items on the website. So if you pop over to there and you want to take part in the Book of Spells offer that we've got on, or if you want to take part in any other of the digital downloads, Pollyanna, all sorts of stuff on there, you can use that 25% off on those digital downloads. But to sign up for the newsletter, where we're looking at is if we go to the website, scroll right to the bottom, and you'll get to see newsletter, and you see the little pink sign up now button. Click on there, and then you click on enter a valid email address, and you'll get a newsletter, the Hocus Pocus Weekly, which we're sending out, telling you about all the stuff coming up and what's going on. But also you'll get a fabulous free download, and we'll have a look at that a bit later on in the live to see what that looks like as well. Okay, let's go back. Right, so my graphics aren't working as good today, so we'll take a look at that in a bit. Right, so the Book of Spells, what's it all about? So one of the things that the Crafty Witches decided to do very early on in our journey is to create something that would create like a bookshelf, a digital bookshelf of spells, if you like, books, crafting spells, if you like, if that's the right way to describe it. And we had these two particular ones exclusively on a previous channel. They're now available on our website. So if you didn't get them in the early days, you can surely catch up and get them now. We'll look at first the Book of Spells. Oh, right. Sorry, we've got no graphics. It's just me, myself and I then this evening. So you get the Book of Spells. They're on at $14.95, which is a fantastic offer. Not to worry, we're going to look through them on the PC so that you can see what's actually which is actually available. And we'll have a look through some of the collections as well, so you can see what you're going to get. And again, with the Book of Spells, it was made something like completely different to what we normally have. We had, we have our collections, but then in a Book of Spells, you're going to get 3 paper collections, as such digital paper collections. You're going to get a toppers collection, and you're also going to get like an insert, like verses sort of thing, that all relate to spring in these 2 collections as well, which is fabulous. You also, with that, I mean, obviously, you've got the opportunity to download up to 464 digital papers, which is fantastic. So let's take a look at the computer again. Let's pop over and go to our first Book of Spells. So if I just click on my, you can see, and this is why we wanted it to look like a, I suppose, a book on a shelf, like a potion book or a spell book, something magical. And we've got the Book of Spells we've got the book of spells. Let me just say here. We've got the book of spells, and then if we click on the magic wand, we can see what's in our content. Boo. Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. I've just got the messages up, so things have started to work. You wouldn't have believed that. In fact, before we go on to the book of spells, you wouldn't have believed the last 15 minutes with everything deciding it wasn't going to work for me. So I'm so glad it has, and it's great to see you here, Linda, Shahab, Roz. Let's see who else. Oh, the Crafty Witches. So hopefully we've got the same now, Shahab. So let's say hi, Jackie. Right, if you want to drop a message in the section as well, just to say hi, that'd be great to see as well. So here we are in the first of the book of spells that we're bringing today, which is the Spring 2024. Volume 1 edition, and like I said, you've got your 3 digital paper collections, you've got your springtime topper collections, and you've also got your Joyous Spring inserts. We'll have a quick gander through, and we'll pick a collection, we'll have a quick look at the toppers and a quick through the Joyous Spring inserts. So the one I'm going to pick to show you is the Spring Showers, and it's because it is my favourite. Some of you may have seen I did an article in Simply Cards and Paper Crafts, and I used this collection to create the projects with. So that's out there as well. I can't remember what the edition was, but it's definitely out there. You can see with this, as I always say, you've got ready-made cards. So this, if you like, the top square would fit an 8x8 when printed, and it's also got that triptych vibe to it as well, so you can mat and layer that up, decoupage it up. I mean, isn't it just fantastic, the clouds and umbrellas? I know we've come out of April and the April showers. Hopefully, I know we've had a bit of a downpour today here in the Midlands, but let's hope that stays away. You've then got some circle and square toppers, and I mean this one as well. Let's see, this one as well with the flowers here is absolutely fantastic to decoupage up. Print 2 or 3 times and you can decoupage up, make a beautiful basket of flowers. And I mean, to be honest with you, that is one I did use in one of my projects, but with digital crafting, I know Linda's been on a soapbox for many years talking about what is digital crafting, why do digital crafting, but this is so important, because I can make that card now 5,000 times if I want, because I can keep printing and printing and printing. It's a craft shop that never closes, because it's up to me when it closes. Right, now let's go through, let's have a quick look what comes up next. Another set of toppers as well. So you've got 8 pages of toppers in each of these collections. You've got 4 decorative papers, but you've got them in A4 and 12x12, which is fantastic. You have the same in the essential papers. You have the same in the solid coloured papers. So if you have got an A3 printer, you can be printing the 12x12s out on your A3 printer, but that doesn't stop you printing just the square of colour. So if you have got an A4 printer, that will print out at around an 8x8 or to go onto an 8x8 mat. So that's even fantastic. So even though it's 12x12, you can still print that on your A4 printer. You've then got inserts, and again, Linda and Becky, they keep it, what Linda likes to say, and I probably always get it wrong, keep it simple, stupid. I'm not the one there that wants to keep standing there resizing and making all the bits for me, but they do it all for us. So we've got the inserts, we've got them in 5x5, 6x6, 5x7, 6x4, 7x7, 8x8, A5, DL, and then you've also got A6 and A6 verses as well, but you've also got a 4x4 insert as well. You've got your borders, you've got your embellishments as well, which is fantastic. Again, these beautiful little tags which add, you know, to the final touches of any project. and you've got loads on a page. So I mean, we say you've got 464 downloads in this collection of Book of Spells, but that doesn't account for all the elements that you've got in there as well. You've then got sentiments, but like always, as I've always tell you, when it goes grey, the cauldron goes grey, it means that we've come to the end of what's in that particular set. Click home, and that'll take you back to the contents page. Just wanted to quickly run through a couple of the other elements just to show you. So that was one of the paper collections, but then we do the topper collections, and there's 50 in each set. So there's 50 in 6x6 and 50 A6 sets. So you've got your 6x6, and I know that some have got an Easter theme, but like everybody loves animals, don't they? Like, you know, they're beautiful to make cards with them. One of the projects we're going to do during this hour is using one of the animals, but from the Book of Spells 2025. But you can see you've got all of these beautiful images, all these different animals, which are going to create the most fantastic cards. Again, if you follow us on Pinterest or in Creative Friends or on Arthur William Crafts, Craft Friends United, anywhere you see, you can find our projects everywhere that we've created using these as well. Then we'll click out of there. Oops, I've jumped too far. Let me go back in. And then we've got our Joy of Spring inserts. And again, this is so good. You've got them in all the sizes. If I just click on these 5x7, you can have them portrait, you can have them landscape, and you've got as blossoms bloom and trees sway, spring events in full array. In moments of love, we send our best, wishing you joy and endless zest, just for you. Isn't that fabulous? And Becky's done all of these verses, which is amazing. And you've got loads and loads in there, like, you know. And again, like I said, you can have them landscape or portrait. And if I just click on one, I'll click on the portrait version. It just brings this up. You can see you've got, it's just click, print and craft. This is so easy, and what a beautiful insert to have in your cards. And again, with this one, just a quick look at it. It's got the daffodils in the corner, which is amazing. And again, that doesn't stop you. You know, all your other crafts can come into play. If you want to do colouring and stuff, you could colour those daffodils in. So you're adding a little bit of colour into your centre of your card. So that is the Book of Spells. That is the Book of Spells 2024. What we're going to do now is we're going to create from one of my favourite collections. We're going to create the first project of this evening, and it's a hexagon pop-out card, which I absolutely fell in love with. I'm not going to take credit for any of the cards I make, because like everybody else out there in the craft world, I follow millions of crafters. I scrolling constantly day and night on Instagram and YouTube and stuff, and find tutorials, and these just jump out at me, and I take them, maybe not take their sizes or whatever, but what I want to show you with them, what you can do with us at the Crafty Witches, what you can use our downloads for. Just a quick say hello to Claire. Hi Kim. Hi Mandy. Hi Kevin, great to have you here. Hi Rebecca, lovely to see you completed our WoW box yesterday. That looked absolutely amazing, Rebecca, so well done. Thanks for posting. And don't forget, if you join Creative Friends, pop those posts in there as well, so that we can all share the love of the Crafty Witches. Right, let's jump over to the demo and let's see what we've got. So, as I always do, I always show you what my recipe is, what I've bought to use. Hi Carol. I've printed out, firstly, I used the topper page with the 12 toppers on, and I picked a couple of umbrellas from it as well. I then picked one of the umbrellas and resized it to 125%. I've then picked one of those beautiful backing papers, and again, it's the umbrellas and the April showers I'm going for in this theme, so this is the one that I picked. And then a solid colour, and what I wanted to show with this is I've printed this both sides, and again, I'm going to make my card base out of this, and that's what's great. I've used the 250 GSM Linda Chapman's Paper Emporium, which is available on the website as well. But this is absolutely fantastic because now everything, as Linda would say, but I still, you know, it's embedded in me as well, it will mix, match and harmonise with everything that we're creating. So my card base is going to match with the decorative paper, it's going to match with the toppers, it's going to match with the sentiment. So that's what's absolutely fantastic about it. And then I just pick some sentiments from the sentiment page, what I'm going to add on to the project. So I'll just pop them to one side and we'll just show you what I've done. So I'm not going to go through all the bits where I've scored, you know, I've got my scoreboard here and everything. What I've done is I've pre-scored, but I'll tell you what the sizes are. And don't forget, this is always going to be available on YouTube. I know it's only available for 30 days on Facebook, but on YouTube, it is there for eternity. So you'll be able to go back, watch this and create this project yourself. So what I've done is I've cut that blue piece of card to a 6x6, and then I've scored down at 2 inches, and then at 4 inches to create a sort of a gatefold piece, if you like. And then what I've done is I've cut 2 pieces at 1 1/4. If you've been following us for a while now, you'll know that I always work in 1/4 inches with everything that I do. So you'll know, if you're following, you'll know, but just so that you do know, that's 1 1/4 inches wide and it's 7 inches long. And then I've scored at 1/2 inch, 2.5 inches, 4.5 inches, and then at 6 inches to create my tabs. So what I've done is I've popped some red liner tape on, and that's just because high tack tape will hold everything in place. If I just pop that to the side, and then I'll just pop that in at the bottom, and then again on the other side. There we go. Yeah, and then we will do the same on the top. So again, you don't have to do this first, you can do this after, but what I think when you're putting on your panels, it helps hide all the workings, if you like. So again, just popping that at the top. And there you go. And then that will show you, I think, let's say, yeah, that I've got sort of a hexagon style card base. Yeah. Then what I'm going to do is I've got some acetate, some construction acetate, and this is just so that when my umbrellas are on there, it's just going to look invisible. So therefore you know, when they're there, it'll look like they're floating in the air. So that's quite cool as well. So again, with that, I've just put some high tack tape on, and the easiest way to do this, I found, is to pop it in the middle of the card, like so, and then we're keeping it straight, and then just press down, and then that, I know it's a bit hard to see there on the camera, let's see, you can see it's stuck in the middle. And then I've picked some smaller pieces, but then we're not going to go to the top on all of them, so just one at the bottom. And again, with this it's a bit simpler because I haven't got the top to take into consideration. I'm just popping that on there. And then one last one, and I'm just going to pop that at the top so that that's just hanging down there. Now it's all about the decoration, and I've used, like I said, I've used this beautiful cloud backing paper with the umbrellas, and you'll see, and this is just for the live, because obviously when I'm crafting on my own, I've got it all laid out, ready to go in the way I want, but just to keep everywhere tidy, which is not like my craft room, believe me. And Linda's seen it, so she knows what a natural disaster area it is. I've just numbered them so I know which order they're going to go in, because obviously I've cut this like a triptych version. So I'm just going to pop some glue on the back there, and then just pop that in at the side, and you can just line that up just there. And this is what I'm saying, with the bits that we've already, you know, with the corner pieces that we put in, it's covering up those workings while we're doing it. This is board number 2, and we're just going to pop that in the middle as well. don't forget as well, if you love this collection, I mean I do, it's in the Book of Spells 2024 Spring Edition Volume 1. And don't forget, if you are popping over to the website, it's www.thecraftywitches.co.uk. Don't forget, also remember to sign up for that newsletter, so important. We're just going to pop that one in. So that gives us our background, which I think looks absolutely stunning. We're then going to pop our toppers on. And again, I've done that in the same sort of way, just in the same sort of way, but just cut them into these are at 1 inch pieces. 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 3/4 inches. These are, again, like I said, it's always 1/4 of an inch down to what the original size was. Again, you see there, oops. And again with this one, I think this is a fantastic project. I've made another one of these with one of our other previous collections that was on the craft store with myself and Sheila not long ago, and it was the feline florals. I'll share that in my group shortly, but I made it it was my sister-in-law's birthday yesterday, and I made that one for her, but I made it in this style, but a slightly different way, because again, like every crafter, you want to try different things out when you're crafting, don't you? This is looking absolutely fantastic. I mean, I know I'm saying it myself, but I love these papers. I think they really add well. And I mean, like there is, I mean, in this collection, you've got a beautiful, what you call it, patchwork quilted version paper. And I mean, if you can print onto cotton, printable cotton, you'd make some fantastic projects from that. And I know Hells previously, when she had it, she made like a little pouch with it, which was stunning as well. So right, we'll bring in our elements now. So what I've done is, and this is just to make it easier for me, I've popped my foam pad on. This love you lots, because that's what we do at the Crafty Witches. We love you all lots. We've then got our umbrellas that have got a bit of foam pad on, and we'll put this one, oops, that's gone a bit wonky. Put this one down here, and then pop this one in the middle, giving it a bit of a, and there you go. Our little pop-up umbrella card, like the one I made earlier. And then all I did just to finish it off, and these are the only things I have in my I mean, I've got lots of Crafty stash, but I think just to add that last little bit to every card, a few gems are good to have with you in your stash. And again, I mean, I haven't paid a fortune for these. I've just got them off the River website, if you like. Oh, I can say it now, can't I? It's my live Amazon. So there you can see, and I've just added a few gems onto it, and there's two beautiful pop-up cards. Let's see if it doesn't normally work when I show them face forwarding, but let's see if it does. There you go. What do you think? A beautiful little pop-up card. I think that's quite a little quick, easy trick to make as well. Right, so how are we all going? What have we all been up to this bank holiday weekend? Oh, Shahab just purchased the Book of Spells Volume 1, 24. Looking forward to making this card. Thanks, Shahab. I hope I'm saying your name right, Shahab. Thanks for purchasing it. That's great. And I hope you've used your 25% off discount code as well. Thanks to Crafty Witches, Arthur William Crafts. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's very. And you know what? I've never really opened it up to everybody else, but please share your makes with Arthur William Crafts, because I know the followers would like to see them, as well would I. It's great. It's great to share. That's what they say. It's great to love as well. So let's keep the love going. Right. What I want to talk about before we go on to the next Book of Spells, I'm just going to put another screen up for you. Let me just get that up. Right, and it's the Coven Club. Right, don't forget to go over to www.thecraftywitches.co.uk, but let's just quickly talk about the Coven Club, because I think this is absolutely fantastic. I've been with Linda now for a good many years, and I think this is probably the best thing that we've ever done. And that's because when I was a kid, I loved to be in a club. I loved all that fuss and palaver, you know, like about what was coming up, what was getting next. And this club is amazing because the discounts you get and also the voucher that you get every month is absolutely fantastic. If there's anybody out there that's a member of the club, drop a message in the group. Let's see what you think. I mean, I think, like, you know, if you go for our first class membership, which I know it's £40, but I think it's digital, so Linda, don't shoot me, but I'm sure if you put that 25% discount code in, it may work, it may not, but you could try. But I'm absolutely certain Trouble Witch is there stirring the pot. But £40 for the year, and that's our first class membership, and that will get you every month a £5 voucher, digital voucher to spend on all the digital downloads on the website, so all the new releases. And again, we're not blocking you from putting that towards our new releases. Everything that's there on the website digital, you can use that voucher for. But you also get automatically, when you've joined, on every discount you'll get a 25% discount already added to your purchase when you're adding it into your basket. So that also gives you the opportunity to use any of our discount vouchers that come as additional to. So if you're in the Coven Club today and you purchase something, you'll automatically get your 25% off. But if you use our VE Day code, which is VE25, you'll get a further 25% off. So in the Coven Club, you would be getting 50% off anything you purchase digitally today, which is fantastic. But that's a £40 a year membership, but you still get the same benefits. And if you join the classic membership, which is £25, that's just for 6 months, but then you still get the £5 every month and you still get the 25% off. It's just a shorter period of time. And then if you want to try it out and you've thought, what can I try? I don't know what I want to get for the 40 or the 25, but I just want to see what it's all about. It's £10. Now, I know I say this all the time as well, but it's £10. You're going to get a £5 voucher for May, and that will give you £5 off any of the digital downloads plus your 25% off. And then you've got, because we're on the 5th of May? Revenge of the 5th, is it? Or the 5th or something? I don't know. But anyway, you're going to get another voucher then in June. So you're practically going to get your £10 back to spend on the website by joining in the Taster Club as well, just to see what it's like. But again, also signing up for that newsletter, don't forget, you're going to get that free download as well. Right, let's pop back to the main screen. Right, I'm a bit... My graphics aren't working. It's a bit strange, really. But let's see if we've got any more messages. Kim, been doing a lot of sewing alterations as I'm losing weight and everything is too big now. Oh, Kim, I wish I was in that boat. I'm looking forward to going away shortly, and I'm still trying to lose those few pounds, but I'm sure McDonald's doesn't help. Louise, oh, there's my bestie. She's there to support me. I think she's at the caravan at the moment, so I'm sure she's having a lovely time. Let's see, what did she say? Just love it. You can give me a private tuition when I see you. Oh, here we go. That's another good thing about me. My best friend Louise, who is into the crafting world as well, loves making her cakes and loves card making. She loves the card shapes that I make. So 9 times out of 10 on a Saturday, I'm stood there trying to make them for her so that she can support her as well. Bless her. Kevin, oh, Crafty Witches, thank you. The Coven Club, brilliant. Thanks, Kevin, for sharing. I agree, Mandy, the free download is amazing. Let's have a look, Carol. Oh, you love the umbrella, that's beautiful. Love that style, thanks, Rebecca. Oh, thank you, that's really, really great. Right, let's just then, we'll pop over then to have a look at the Book of Spells. Volume 1, Spring 2025 edition. So let's just get over onto that screen. Again, I don't know, I don't know why the graphics aren't working anywhere else, but it works on this screen, so that's good. So it's reminding you where to go, www.thecraftywitches.co.uk. Right, we've got the Book of Spells, and again, this has got a really bright teal colour, I think, to it as well, which I think on that virtual bookshelf that we've all got will look absolutely amazing. You've got your wand. Click on your wand. Oh, and it always makes a sound as well, which is really good. And then you've got the three paper collections, a topper collection, and a feel good insert. So again, the same sort of setup, but completely different downloads in there. So we'll look at Floral Fiesta, because this was one of my favourites as well. And it's the colours really that really jump out. And I mean, I do love flowers. Everybody that sees my card, I think frippery is what Linda calls it. I put a lot of frippery on my cards, if you like. And I really love the topper collections and the you know, the flower collections that we do. So if I just click on one of these toppers, and then let's just make it so that you can see all of them. You've got like what, 2, 4, 6, 5 toppers, and then you've got 3 circle sentiments. And again, they've got sort of a bleed round the edge of each one, so that you can use your circle dies that you may have, or if you've got one of those circle cutters, or if you've got anything that cuts a circle, because I know for definite I'm no good with the scissors that I can cut a perfect circle. It's always got to be a die that helps me. But again, if you've got a scan and cut or any other digital cutting machine, I think Kevin has done some free down SVG files that are in the Creative Friends group that you can download that will help you cut these bits and pieces out. Again, you can scan them in and resize on a scan and cut, so you can resize your circle to match so it cuts out perfectly. So all of that is there for you. Like I said before, you've got 8 topper pages, which is fantastic. And again, those topper pages with the smaller ready-made cards to the larger ready-made cards to the A5 cards, DL style cards. So again, this digital crafting isn't just for a seasoned crafter, it's for everybody, because if we start out, we can watch tutorials, we can see what different people make and how different things work. And this is what is fantastic about it, is that Becky and Linda, when they've got together, and God, what must be in their heads must be phenomenal. You've got all of these different designs of cards that you can just make or cut out and use them in your own way. You've then got these beautiful backing papers. I mean, look at this one. I'll show it as a bit of a large one, but I mean, obviously this is at A4, but how stunning is that? So vibrant. I mean, I know it's a spring theme, but this is giving me a nice, bright, happy summer type theme. So this is quite a cool download to have. Let's go to the next one. Right, we've got some essential papers, and again, just clicking on one of the essential papers, look. Becky, again, they're all different, so they're not the same in each collection. Becky thinks of everything and then pulls the colours and gets the design and gives us like these essential papers as well. You've then got your solid coloured papers, your solid coloured papers in A4, and again in 12 by 12. You've got your inserts as before, like I said, and again, you know, these just finish your card off, make it look that bit more expensive. And if you're making to sell, what's better than an insert that matches the whole project as well that you're using? We've then given you borders. Some people like to cut strip borders, and rather than printing a full page, you can print one of these and just cut the little borders out. You've then got some florals and some foliage that you can cut out as well to embellish your card. You've got those tags again and those inserts. Like I said, we've come to the end when the next button and the next cauldrons turn grey. So if we click to home, that takes us right the way back to the beginning. And then I just wanted to show you on this one as well, and it's on, like I tell you with this, we've got all of our downloads, we've got a more information cauldron. If you click on that, Again, it looks different on different collections, but in the Book of Spells, it looks very much like this. Frequently asked questions, contact us, leave feedback, terms and conditions, how to, and back, if you like. And what's great about that is just thinking about the terms and conditions. Our angel policy, you can make and sell as much as you want and use it for personal gain or for charity. All that we ask that you don't do is print the sheets and sell the sheets individually. It's just got to be a finished project. So if you follow those rules, those witches are never going to fly into your house to get you. Going to show you the toppers, the cutest cuddle toppers. Now these, when we saw these, I think so. This is this year's Book of Spells. So we're looking at, I think I was on Hobby Maker in February, March time with this, and this just screamed out Mother's Day at the time, but Father's Day, it could be just thinking of you, Mom, or whatever, but it's all the animals with the babies, so which is super cute. So you've got a giraffe there, you've got I think that may be an orangutan, so that'll be my friend Louise's favourite. You've got some fish, you've got the swan, the tortoise, you've got the parrot, domestic animals as well, cats and dogs. You've also got the fox, the goose, isn't it? The hedgehog. So again, I know Sharon. Sharon knows somebody that does cards for a hedgehog charity. There's a lovely little image that they could be using for that as well. Then we've got the pigs, the horses. Is it a toucan? I think. We've got the goat. I think it looks like. And then we've got my favourite, which is going to be my next demo, which is the panda. And we've got the sheep as well. And then you've just got like I think that's a white type of fox, might be a wolf or something. And then another sort of duck type one as well. So how cute are they? And then just on the feel good ones, so that you can just see that it's slightly different. I'll just click on the image so you can see 8x8 obviously is only ever going to be in one size, so let's just say, may your days be bright and breezy and your heart feel light and easy. How fabulous is that? So, and again, these ones, I mean, I think the team, when they did this, they decoupaged up as well, so they used them on the front of cards. They took the sentiment out of them and just used it as a sentiment on the front of a card. Because you can resize with all of these, you can make the sentiment as big or as small as you want. But like that, again, a lovely image. And digital crafting is like for it's mind blowing what you can do. So if you've got a printer, I think it's a laser printer. If you printed that off in a laser printer, you could foil that. How beautiful would that look foiled? So that's, again, you know, taking all these things, thinking about different things. So when we talk about growing our crafty stash in the digital world, it's printers, I think, mainly. So like myself and my friend Louise, we've got the normal printers. I've got an A3 printer. We've also got a edible printer, so we can print cake toppers and things. If you get a laser printer, you're going to be able to do the foiling. It all lends itself so well. Sublamination printers, I mean, it goes on, doesn't it? You could use all these images and sublaminate them onto t-shirts and all sorts of things. So digital crafting is the way forward. There is so much you can do with it. Right, let's go back to a demo. Right, we're going to do a demo on the toppers in this collection. And I'm doing this one thinking of you. Let me just move him up. And I told you, because I do love the panda. The panda is my favourite one. And this card, again, slightly different. And what I've also done is from one of the collections in the Book of Spells 2024, I've used one of their essential papers in this collection. But this is quite a different type of card that I'm going to create. It's 8x7, mad size, but you'll sort of get it when I start to make it. I'll just pop that to one side then and get my little bits and pieces out. Okay, so what I've done with this card is, I hope you can see, let's see if I've got some more light, let's say, right, hopefully that will work. Let me just click over here. Okay, right, so you can see you've got the line that's going down here. So it's an 8 inches across by 7 inches down. And then all I've done is I've scored a line here, which is 1 inch wide. So it still creates a 7 by 7 card, but it's just going to create a different type of fold. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to pop some glue onto the fold and then just pop that down. Now, I haven't done an insert for this one, but I could easily have put one of those lovely feel good inserts in, a 7 by 7 one, because that would have fit perfectly into this section here. But what we're going to do is we're going to build that card up from the top forwards, right? So again, I think it was in the top collection on the Book of Spells 2024, and this beautiful essential paper, but I felt it matched the pandas really, really well. So we're just going to pop that on. And again, it's 1/4 of an inch down, so 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. And you can say that then, I'm just lining that up to give me a border round. I've then, all I've done, because that is 1 inch wide, I've then done a piece of black card that is 3/4 inch wide by 7 inches. And then I've done the stripy bit in the middle is 1/2 inch wide by 7 inches, just to give us that piece to go down the card. And then this, pop this on, and let's just centralise that up. That just gives us a little bit of a point of difference on that front of the card. I've then done myself a piece of black card, and I think this one, I've just made this 6 inches and I've cut the topper down just to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and I'm just going to put that in the centre of the card. And then I've got my topper. Here's my topper. And again, I'm just popping some glue. I always use all-purpose glue or anything like that because it gives me a bit more wiggle room, if you like. And then when it does dry, it's a solid adherence, so it works really well. So there you go. We've got our topper on. So I could just pop pop that on and that'd be done. And pop a sentiment on it. But I did print it 3 times, so I could layer it up, and I'm just going to pop some layers onto the panda. How super cute is he? I loved, if you saw the show last Monday, the Pollyanna show on the craft store, I absolutely loved Anna Lou's stories about the panda sanctuary. It was they're absolutely brilliant. She's so interesting when you get to meet her and listen to all the stories when we're sitting in the green room. I'm so privileged. So I've just popped then and cut it out, so we've got a little bit more going on. I've then decided I want a little bow, and I've just got some dies that I've got, and again we've got some bows on our website, Beautiful I think it's called. You could use those, but this is just from a die, just popping a gem on it and pop it in the corner. I'd already popped my gems on in the corner because I thought you didn't want to see me do that. But we've also got our sentiments, essential sentiments that we do as well. And I thought they went really well with this set. So this one, thinking of you, and again the black border, I've not matte and layered this up, the black border is already on the download, so I've just cut it out. And then thinking of you, Mom, because I am. And there you go, there's my completed project of the panda. I think that's absolutely beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll just pop that to one side then. Right, let me go back to my main camera. Okie doke. Right, let's see what we're all talking about. Carol Duncan just joined now. Thank you, Carol. She did, Mandy. Louise makes all the cakes. I must share this story as well. I mean, she makes the most beautiful cakes. It's been a while ago now. I mean, she did make my 50th birthday cake, but my 40th birthday cake was absolutely sensational. And she made 2 of them because I was not I'm special, right, but I was having 2 parties, and one with my family and one with my partner's family, and she made these beautiful chocolate, and it was covered. I mean, considering I'm diabetic, I should be struck down really, but it was covered in chocolate fingers, and then Ferrero Rocher, Maltesers, all my favourite chocolates that I love, and it was just stunning. I mean, I think if I've got a picture, I'll share it somewhere, but I'll have to check through my phone. But yeah, she makes the most delicious cakes, and since we've been doing the printable icing and stuff, it just looks, I mean, the orangutan cake on the Pollyanna show was amazing. I mean, she has made for me in the past. We have had a Pollyanna cake before. I think we had a deer or a stag. And she also made me at the beginning of last year, she made me some cakes with the signs of the zodiac on, which were one of our downloads as well. Again, that's the other great thing with the Crafty Witches, it's all on our website. Just dive in, search round, you'll find some great stuff. Let's see, the Crafty Witches joined yesterday, Rebecca. Great, thanks. It's great to have you in the gang. Let's see, Linda, yeah. Oh, thanks, Linda. Carol, your membership's now active. That's even better. So that's thanks for joining. That's brilliant. Right. So we talked about signing up to the newsletter and getting your free download. So I thought, why not show again the free download that you're going to get on signing up for our newsletter. So if I pop over to the computer again, you've got the Fluttering free kit. Now Mandy's already told you, and you've seen some seen some examples if you're in our groups like Arthur William Crafts Creative Friends, Craft Friends United. If you're in all of those, or the Crafty Witches following us there, you'll have seen that some of the team have already made some cards with this download. But I just wanted to quickly show you around and see what it's like, because this is one of our mini kits. Obviously it's free for signing up to our newsletter, but most of our mini kits look like a similar version of this. So it's 12 pages, you get 2 pages of toppers, and look at these butterflies and moths, aren't they? I mean, the colours are amazing. And again, if you like fussy cutting, and I know it's one of those things, I think people, oh, I avoid it, or, you know, a sharp pair of scissors and practice and practice and practice. And what's great is if I was fussy cutting and it was a paper kit I'd got and I'd made a mistake, I'd be so disappointed. But this is digital crafting, so if I make a mistake, I just print another page and start again. So this is a time where you can start practicing your techniques. So fussy cutting, and this one really, really, really does stand out a million miles for fussy cutting. And I know Mandy is on our team, Mandy Alexander, that's one of her favourite things. She loves height. She'll say, I think it's height you say, isn't it, man? Height and depth, I think it is. She loves that, and this really stands out. So you've got these 6 toppers on this one page. You've then got 4 toppers with some beautiful sentiments to match on this second page. Let's just get, so you can see all of them in one. So yeah, and you've got like some sentiments which have also got this the decorative papers attached to them. So again, if you just want a really quick card, and you know, you just want to use a little bit of white card, or a little bit of the black card from Linda's Paper Emporium, it's all there. You know, Becky's thought of all of this. And I mean, again, on these toppers, if I look at them, I can see four layers probably that you could cut out and like make these stand out. You've then got, like in everything, you'll get a beautiful insert page. And again, this is one to fit an A5 card, but we have the ability to resize in Adobe Reader. So we could make that to fit a 6x4 card. We could cut it down if we wanted to when we've printed it, so that we just take the side of it and use that as a topper. I mean, that would just, I mean, this section here would just look beautiful as a topper, wouldn't it? And then if I just go over, you've got some sentiments. And again, so many sentiments. I mean, for all occasions. And that's what's really good. they think of everything. So you know, you haven't just got to have a happy birthday card. You can have a get well soon card. You can have sending love. It could be an anything card, isn't it? Let's face it. We don't do enough of that these days, do we? Just sending a card just to say thank you. And I mean, I say that because our Mandy, when she sends me her samples ready for the show, she always makes me a tiny little card and pops it in with a little message, which always inspires me, because I always think it's a really nice thing to do. And again, we need to do more of that to all of our friends and family, don't we? So I think that's a cool thing to do. And you've got all the sentiments there to do it. You then go next, you've got those 4 beautiful decorative papers, and how rich and elegant are these? I mean, you've got this, I mean, this one, I just absolutely love this one. It's so regal. I mean, I think about, you know, like I did say I was in my 50s, so I'm thinking of the 80s, probably the late 70s, and all these beautiful, they were like embossed wallpapers. I forget what you call them, but I can remember running my hand up them, and I can remember being a really naughty child and putting my fingers through them as well, and making my parents really angry because I thought it was fun to do. But that reminds me of that, but in a more regal way. I mean, as we're just plain white, these have got some beautiful colours in them. I mean, and again, with this, you can add all your other sorts of crafts in, your glitters and whatnot as well. And then you've got your 2 essential papers, your 2 solid coloured papers. And as I said, you've come to the end of next. So you want to go back to the beginning. And I'll just show you this more information just to show you it looks slightly different on all of our downloads, but it does the same thing. It takes you to exactly the same places as the website takes you. Right, before we head off, let's see if we've had any more messages. You can find every make our extraordinary team members make past and present in our Pinterest boards. That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing that, the Crafty Witches. Have you missed out on our previous live streams? Yeah, you can catch all of what I've done so far on our YouTube channel, where it will be forever. So I know it's just 30 days on Facebook, but however, we'll continue to do what we're doing. But you can catch them all in there. And what I thought I'd do for the last part of this section is just make you a quick card, something slightly different. So I'm just going to pop the overhead on. Here we go, and then I'll just bring in it's a easel card, but with a difference. If I just pop that up just to show you, I don't think we're going to be able to. So a little easel card with a difference, and I'll talk you through how I've done it. And again, I just wanted to show, I've even left a little piece here. I mean, you could put another colour on there if you wanted, but somewhere where you could write your message as well. So I'm going to take you through on how to make this card. Okay, so let me get all my bits and pieces out so that we're ready. This is what my craft room looks like normally, a natural, as I call it, a natural disaster area, but hey ho. So what I've used is the topper pages. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Yeah. So what I've used is one of the topper pages in the Floral Fiesta collection that I showed you. And again, I've just cut a piece out. So I've resized that to 80%, but then I've just cut this piece out, and then I've cut round this with some dies. I've cut the cut the sentiment out. I've then used this beautiful backing paper, this decorative paper, and this is what I always like to show. I mean, not every printer will print edge to edge. I'm fortunate to have one that does, and again, if you're in the market for a new printer, always check things like that, like printing edge to edge, because there's just something so spectacular about having that in my collection. Because when I used to have the paper sets from Linda's previous life, it was always lovely just to cut and go. Whereas I know with the border, sometimes it's a little bit, you've got to go into it, but it still works. But again, just looking at that as well with your printer. I've then picked some of the coloured card, and I've printed it both sides. This one went a bit squiff, but I can still use it on other projects, but that's not to worry. And then I've printed some of the pink solid card as well. So what did I do to create this card? So slightly different again to a normal easel card. It's a 6x4 project, And what I've done is I've cut the piece of card 6x4 and obviously folded it. And then what I've done is I've used a paper trimmer to cut up 1.5 inches up each side, so you can see like so. And then that leaves me the middle bit, which then I've scored in half to create my stepper. Now with this, we don't really want these bits to be moving around, so we're gonna glue those down. So it creates, like I said, a different type of stepper card. So they're 1.5 inches by 4 going down. Okay, so then we want some of our decorative paper to do our panels on the side. We've got there, so you've got your panels. Okay, you've then got a panel for the other side, and that's just there, as you can see. And then I just wanted a panel to go on. It's not essential, but I just sometimes like that little pop of colour that comes out. So again, I just did that to go on the middle piece, just to make that up. And again, if you're thinking it's a 6-inch card, so here that's 3 inches, and then obviously I've scored in the middle by 2 inches. So this is going to be 2 3/4 by 1 3/4 in width and height for that panel. I've then done, just to have at the front a little panel. Oh, let's just move that one back in, and that one as well. Just move this one in, and then just a little panel at the front of and this is just 1/2 inch by the 2 3/4 inches across. Yeah. And then what I did is I made a stopper with the sentiment, and I've just matte and laid it up with some of the green and some of the pink, and we'll just pop that at the front there. Yeah. And then I'm just going to make my topper. So again, I've cut the green and the topper. And like I said, as you saw, I've took a piece. Let me find that topper page again. I took a piece from the topper. So you can see I haven't used all of the topper. I've just cut out a piece that I wanted. Yeah. Okay. And we're just going to glue that onto the green. Oh, let me bring that into shot. Into the green, and then onto the pink. Again, this is a really quick, simple card, but really effective, and fits in a 6x4 envelope as well, which is fantastic. Let's just pop that there. Let's get that across. Again, that's what the other thing I like about the all-purpose glue. If you do go over, you can sort of rub it with your fingers and just take it away as well. And then I've got a foam pad just to attach to, oh, there you go, just to attach my topper to the foam pad. And again, I'm trying to keep it within the 6x4. Oh, here we go. See what I mean? You can move it still moving around, even though I'm doing it all. Oh, am I going to win? Who thinks I am? There you go. I think that looks okay. Right, there we go. Sorry about the silence there. It's just, I always say I'm not concentrating enough. Right, pop that in. So then that gives us our topper, and I will show that front forward facing, but all then I'm going to do is pop some gems on the front. Just a few pink gems. And again, like I said, I had these, you know, you haven't got to pay a fortune. I had these off Amazon, and they do the job perfectly. Just a couple at the top as well. One at the bottom there. and then 2 more just up at the top here. And we'll flick back round to the front facing camera and hopefully we can see that. There you go. Oh, it's probably pixelating a bit because I've got a green screen rather than what my actual craft room looks like. And I am actually in the kitchen, everybody, so I'm not cooking. No, that's not for me. I'll leave that to Linda Chapman with the baking. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this last hour with us here at the Crafty Witches. Don't forget, if there's anything you can take away from today, please have a go at the project, share them in our craft groups, Creative Friends, Arthur William Crafts, Craft Friends United. Also, don't forget to sign up for the newsletter and get that free download as well. I'll pop the board on at the end so that you can see where to go, but don't forget, you're hopping over to the Crafty Witches, www.thecraftywitches.co.uk, scrolling to the bottom, and then you can sign up to our newsletter and find out what's coming up. And just to give you a heads up, what is coming up, in 2 weeks' time, on the 19th of May, you'll find myself and Sheila Halliwell over with Dan Bancroft at the craft store. So we'll be bringing you something fantastically new. And then at the end of the month, there is a big surprise because Trouble Witch is flying back down to Peterborough to join one of her great friends on set. Hopefully I might push my way on there as well, you never know, but we'll be there at the end of the month, and hopefully over the coming weeks now I'll be able to bring you some lives and show you some more inspiration of what we've got going on the Crafty Witches website. Thank you for joining me this evening. It's been absolutely fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like and share away. Thank